everyone, I welcome us back to my channel once again. It's been a while on this space. Sorry for the long break in posting a new video. I've been busy with school and some other thing. So in today's tutorial, we are going to learn how I make my egusi soup. Yes, egusi soup is something that some of us don't even know how to make at all. And why those of us that know how to make it, you probably have not seen this method of making egusi soup. So I'm going to show you the way I make my egusi soup, the way my mama taught me, the way my mother taught me how to make egusi soup is what I'm going to show us today. So stay back, grab your seat and make sure you follow it step by step. And at the end of the day, I'm going to let us know the tribe that make their egusi soup like that. And if your tribe make their own egusi soup like that as well, please kindly drop in the comment section to let us know, so that I can know that yes, there's another tribe also that make their own egusi soup using this style. Thank you. This will now go on fire. At this point, you don't have to add water yet, just only the meat. Cover it and let it cook so that you can get the steam out of it before adding water, so that the stock, I mean to say the stock, now you can see the stock. At this point, I'm adding stock fish to it now. After adding the stock fish, you now go in with water. Remind you, I have not added water before, so I go in with the ice fish and then I'll now add water to it and allow it to cook. You add water to it at this point and cover, allow it to cook. And now at this point, I'm coming to blend. This is the blender I'm using. It's a manual blender. I'm blending the tomatoes, the pepper and the onions manually because there is no light. So you guys have to bear with me. If you don't have electric blender, you can make use of what you have. Some of us, we have stone. Some of us make use of stone to blend this. So if you don't have manual blender like this and you don't have electric blender, if it is stone you have, you can make use of your stone. And some of us will make use of mortar for this, so you can make use of your mortar to also do this, to also do the work for you. Stay tuned. Now first I went in with the pepper. This is the pepper I'm using, red bell pepper. That's the first thing I'm going in with. Then the next thing will be the onion. This is the size of the onion I'm using. You can use more than this if you want, but mind you, this is egusi soup, so if you put too much onion and you don't have fridge to preserve it, it might get spoiled quickly. So that is why I'm making use of little onion. Yes, we just need just the aroma in it. It's not like it's going to make it plenty or whatsoever. So we just need just this. And mind you, we are still using it to boil the meat and the fish, and also we are still going to use onions to fry the oil. So this is not too small, this is okay. This is the one I'm going to blend with this. And then another thing I'm going to blend is I have crayfish here. I'm going to add crayfish to this soup. So crayfish will be the last thing that I'm going to blend. Once I'm done blending the pepper, the onions and the tomatoes, this is crayfish. I'm going to wash it and then blend it. Add red oil to your cooking pot on fire at this point. Now when you add the oil is not going to bleach. We are not going to allow it to bleach. It's just for it to get hot a little. That is allowing it to melt. Then we will now use it. Go in with onions. The first thing to go in with is your onions. Then the next thing I'm going to go in with is the iru and the local beans. That's what I just added now. Then go in with the tomatoes, the blended tomatoes. Now it must not be a smooth paste. I think this consistency is okay. So if you are blending your tomatoes, don't make it smooth paste. You want to get the best. Now you allow it to fry. At this point you can see that my own is fried already. Then I'll now go in with the meat. Go in with the meat. You start to combine. Then add cube. I'm using no seasoning, no cube. That's what I'm making use of. So 2 is okay. Mind you, we have it in the meat. We added cube to the meat. So 2 of this is okay for me. And again, the quantity of cube you add depends on the quantity of your egusi. So you now add water at this point. Add enough water. We are not making stew, so add enough water because we are going to add the egusi to it. Then you stir it. You now cover it and allow it to cook. Now this is the egusi we are making use of. So first thing, we are going to go in with a pinch of salt. Just a little salt. Then we have onions. You add your onion. You add onion to it. You watch how I'm going to do it. You are going to sprinkle water. You sprinkle water in it and then you start pressing it. See what I'm doing. Make sure before you do this your hand is clean. Make sure your hand, you wash your hand very well before doing this. You can see I'm pressing it. You keep pressing it until you see that it starts bringing out oil. I'm pressing egusi. You add, what we added into this is a pinch of salt. Don't add plenty, just a pinch. The reason for the pinch of salt is just so it will not form big lumps in the soup. That is why we put a pinch of salt. Then you now put onion. You cut onions and put, and then you sprinkle water in it. After sprinkling the water, you now start matching it, mixing it together like this. Now by the time, if you do it well, at the end of the day it's going to form ball for you. For you to know that it is okay, you will now see that it will no longer be sticky. to the plate. You can see it now. See my hand. You can see that my hand is oily, right? Look at it. I can use it to form a ball. See, before it was not like this. It was not together. When you saw when I turn it inside while I was putting salt and the onion, you saw the way it was. Now you are not going to put it like this. You are not going to put the whole ball in the pot like this. I'm going to show us how you are going to put it in your pot. At this point, we check our soup on the fire. When you check it, you make sure you test to be sure that yes, all the ingredients are okay. Now if you notice, in all what I was putting, I did not add salt to it. Salt will be the last thing that I'm going to add to it. Now for you to now start putting the egusi inside, see it, you cut it a little like this, and then you squeeze it inside. You'll be squeezing it inside small like this. Now if the water is small, your soup water, if it is small, you can adjust the water. Now this is my own. I don't know if it's too small or it's okay, but when I'm done adding this egusi, I'm going to check. If the water is too small, I will adjust. You can be putting it in different directions. Don't concentrate on one place. Now the way I'm doing it, even if you are making party egusi soup, you can also use this method to make your party egusi soup. Now this is the last one in my hand. Now I'm done putting the last one, then you turn it. You can see it. You turn it. Now at this point, if you think that this consistency is too thick for you, you can add water. And of course I'm going to add water. The reason for the water is just so it to allow the egusi to done. Now when you add the water, do not turn it. I repeat, when you add water at this point, do not turn it, just cover it and let it cook. So we are going to cover it and then allow it to cook for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It will cook for like 5 to 10 minutes. At this point, we'll check. Can you see that the face of the soup is giving? So how many of you have noticed that we didn't add fish to this soup? We only add the meat and the intestine and the stock fish. So now I'm going in with the fish. The reason why I didn't add this is because this is shower. If I add it all this way, it will scatter, and I don't want it to scatter inside. Now our soup is almost ready. The last thing I'm going to add to this soup now is the vegetable. I'm not going to add too much vegetable, it's just a little. Now this is it. This is ugu. This is ugu leaf. I don't know if this is pumpkin leaf, I don't know. But it's popularly known as ugu leaf. It's not much, it's just a little. By the time I mix everything in, you see that it will not come out too much. Now you can see that the leaf is not much inside. This is the way I want it. So if you want to put more than this, you can add as much quantity as you want. but the leaf, the quantity of the leaf inside is okay for me. I love it that way. I don't like it when the leaf is too crowded in my egusi soup. And so our ogbonge egusi soup is ready. Now you can check it at this point. If the salt is not okay, you can adjust. If it is cube that it need, anything that it need, you can adjust. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, share the video, comment, give me thumbs up. If there's any soup you want me to make again next time, you can drop it in the comment section and I'll tell you I'll show us how to make it. Now, this, in case you don't know, this is how Igala people make their egusi soup, and you can only testify to this when you taste it. The video is not doing justice to the soup. You can only testify or justify how sweet and how nice this soup is when you eat it, and I'm going to enjoy it with ojeakpa. As you all know, as usual, now if you have not watched my previous video where I make the ojeakpa, that is cassava and corn flour swallow, you can watch the video. I'll put the link in the description box below, the link to how I make my ojeakpa, so that you can watch the video. Thank you for watching.